Hello, Balmy Badger Army. Welcome to today's show. If you're new to the channel, this is an entertainment channel where we create vlogs, shorts, and streams, and of course, we even create our own films. Now, today has been a bit hard mentally. It's been a bit of a funny old few days. In fact, it's been a funny old few weeks for me, really. Hulk Hogan died, Ozzy Osbourne died, and you know what? Grotbags has died. Now, if you don't know who Grotbags is, I recommend you take a look. But for me, it was part of my childhood. Grotbags was a children's entertainer that teamed up with Hull and Emu and was almost like the villain of the piece. She's like the Rita Repulsa against, Emu and Hull. And you know what? It was something so spooky back then. I think it really did sort of develop my love for the paranormal and the spooky stuff. Because it was like entertaining, it was scary, it was spooky, it was sarcasm, it was weird humour. And the fact that she was all dressed up like a comedy witch, was all green, and like a weird hat and everything, and she had some other comedy sidekicks that were puppets as well. And these things do affect you when you get older and your sort of like beloved characters die. It does upset you, because I'm like, oh, okay. She brought me so much joy, so much nightmares, and so much fun. And I'm like, this is why I had weird nightmares as a child. And those sort of weird nightmares you can remember. And I remember seeing Grotbags like stirring up a pot and things like that, and with all eyeballs in and things like that in my dream. And I remember she put me in the pot, and I woke up and it was like, ah, this is a really scary nightmare. And I'm like, this is how something from your childhood can really affect you when you're older. I'm, oh my God, that was such a horrible nightmare. But then that situation has stayed with me forever, and I've loved the character ever since. It's such a weird situation, but yeah, it really made me feel upset when she died, because it brought me so much joy, and it brought me the love of horror, and it brought me the love of like spooky comedy. And I'm like, I loved Hull and Emu, and shameless plug, we did the Emu eggs and excrement trap the other week, and that was sort of a nod to her and a nod to Hull as well, who apparently wasn't a very nice man, but that's put that to the side. But yeah, like the actual like upset was real for me when I found out she died, and it was like, oh, I think it actually affected me more than Hulk Hogan, because it was a British star who I used to watch every morning or every afternoon, depending on when they scheduled it, and it was really upsetting. But I loved her as a person as well. When you see her in like interviews and stuff, like really brought out the person she was, that they wanted to entertain and they wanted to do all these things for people, and they wanted to really share their love for entertaining with the world. And it is a sad loss to the British children's sort of like entertainment industry, just like what happened with the Chuckle Brothers and many other of these entertainers that have died. And yeah, it really upset me. And I think there's a piece of me that's gone with it. There's a piece of my childhood that's now snapped out of existence. So I need to sort of find that back, and I'll be watching Grotbag stuff at some point today, because I'm like, really hurt my heart when she died. But I loved her. Even though she gave me constant nightmares as a child, the character was absolutely adored and fantastic. So it was upsetting, yeah. It did me in a bit. Let me know if you remember Grotbags. My mum doesn't, for some reason. she remembers Rod, Hull and Emu, but not Grotbags. And I'm like, she was the main villain of the show. She was the main bit. Why do you not remember Grotbags? So let me know if you are 40 in your 40s odd and remember Grotbags and Rod, Hull and Emu, and let me know in the comments your favourite memories. Mine were a bit weird, as you know, but yeah, I loved her as a character, and it brought in my love for horror and spooky stuff. So let me know in the comments your favourite memories of 80s and 90s TV. See you next time. Bye.